The Young and the Restless is setting the stage for some major emotional drama, and at the center of it all are Sienna Bacall, Matt Clark, Noah Newman, and Audra Charles. For a while now, Sienna has been trying to move forward with her life. After everything that happened with Matt, most people assumed that chapter was permanently closed. Their relationship ended in disaster, and Sienna believed there was no coming back from the pain and betrayal she experienced. But recent events may be changing her perspective. Matt Clark has found himself in an unusual position. Once viewed as one of Genoa City's most dangerous and unpredictable figures, he is now receiving sympathy from people who never thought they would give him a second chance. Much of that change began after the incident involving Nick Newman. When Nick's life was hanging in the balance, Matt stepped up and became the unexpected hero. His actions saved Nick, leaving many residents stunned. Suddenly, people who once wanted nothing to do with him started wondering whether Matt might actually deserve another opportunity. The situation became even more complicated when questions surrounding Matt's memory loss surfaced. According to those around him, Matt appears to have no recollection of many of the terrible things he has done in the past. Whether that memory loss is genuine remains a mystery, but it has significantly influenced how people see him. For Sienna, the situation is especially difficult. Despite everything Matt put her through, he was once the man she loved. Long before Noah Newman entered the picture, Sienna and Matt built a life together. They were married. They shared dreams. They worked side by side and created a successful nightclub business in Los Angeles. Those memories cannot simply disappear overnight. Now, as Sienna watches Matt struggle to rebuild his life while dealing with isolation and suspicion, she may begin seeing glimpses of the man she originally fell in love with. That possibility could create serious problems for her current relationship. Noah Newman has been trying to build a future with Sienna. He cares deeply about her and has supported her through difficult moments. However, if Sienna starts spending more time with Matt or begins defending him against criticism, Noah could find himself questioning where he truly stands in her heart. The warning signs may already be appearing. Following Nick's medical emergency, most people left the hospital after the crisis was over. Yet Sienna chose to stay behind with Matt. It was a small moment, but one that did not go unnoticed. To some observers, it suggested that Sienna's feelings may be far more complicated than she is willing to admit. If Matt continues showing signs of change and redemption, Sienna could find herself torn between her past and her future. And if that happens, Noah may be the one who suffers the most. The possibility of heartbreak is becoming increasingly real. While Noah wants to believe that his relationship with Sienna is secure, he also understands the powerful bond that can exist between former spouses. Shared history has a way of resurfacing when people least expect it. That history could become impossible for Sienna to ignore. Meanwhile, Noah may not be facing this emotional struggle alone. Another familiar face remains very much part of the story: Audra Charles. Audra and Noah share a complicated history of their own. Their past relationship was filled with passion, conflict, and unresolved emotions. Even though both have tried to move on, lingering feelings have never completely disappeared. As tensions rise between Noah and Sienna, the possibility of Noah reconnecting with Audra becomes more realistic. The timing could not be more dangerous. If Sienna grows closer to Matt while Noah begins leaning on Audra for emotional support, both relationships could find themselves heading into uncertain territory. For Audra, the situation presents its own challenges. She has spent considerable time trying to establish herself professionally and personally. Yet her connection to Noah remains one of the most significant chapters of her life. If Noah comes to her during a vulnerable moment, it may be difficult for either of them to ignore their history. That could open the door to new complications and unexpected romantic developments. At the same time, Matt's future in Genoa City remains uncertain. Although some residents are beginning to soften their opinions of him, many still believe he cannot be trusted. They remember the damage he caused and remain skeptical about his apparent transformation. The biggest question is whether Matt truly wants to change. Redemption is never easy, especially for someone with a history as troubled as his. Earning forgiveness requires more than a few good deeds. It requires honesty, accountability, and a willingness to face the consequences of past actions. Matt's journey appears to be heading in that direction, but there is no guarantee he will succeed. As these storylines continue unfolding, viewers can expect emotional confrontations, difficult choices, and surprising twists. Will Sienna give Matt another chance? Can Noah protect his relationship from the growing influence of the past? And could Audra become an even bigger part of Noah's future than anyone expected? The answers may reshape multiple lives in Genoa City and set the stage for some of the most dramatic moments of the summer. For now, all eyes remain on Sienna, Matt, Noah, and Audra as their complicated story continues to evolve. While relationship drama continues to heat up in Genoa City, an even bigger event is about to shake the lives of multiple families across two daytime television worlds. A major crossover between Beyond the Gates and The Young and the Restless is on the horizon, and according to early previews, the upcoming event could become one of the most memorable soap storylines of the year. The action is set to unfold over several episodes, bringing together familiar faces from both shows for a storyline filled with excitement, danger, romance, and unexpected consequences. What begins as a high-profile gathering quickly transforms into a life-changing disaster that leaves everyone fighting for survival. The event centers around a campaign fundraiser hosted by Martin Richardson. Important guests from Genoa City will travel to attend the celebration, creating an opportunity for characters from different worlds to interact in ways viewers have never seen before. Among those making the trip are Victor Newman, Jack Abbott, Kyle Abbott, Devon Winters, Abby Winters, and Diane Abbott. Their arrival immediately attracts attention. These are some of the most influential individuals in Genoa City, and their presence guarantees that the fundraiser will be anything but ordinary. At first, everything appears to be going smoothly. Guests arrive dressed for an elegant evening. Conversations flow. Business connections are strengthened. Political discussions take place. New relationships begin to form while old rivalries quietly simmer beneath the surface. Victor Newman, never one to stay in the background, takes on a major role during the event. As a featured speaker, he commands attention the moment he enters the room. People listen carefully whenever Victor speaks. His reputation alone is enough to make him one of the most powerful figures in attendance. However, beneath the polished atmosphere, trouble is already beginning to emerge. Unexpected arrivals create tension. Certain guests are less than welcome, and their appearance sparks immediate concern among those present. Questions begin circulating throughout the fundraiser as secrets threaten to surface. What should have been a night of celebration slowly transforms into a night filled with uncertainty. And then everything changes. Without warning, severe weather begins moving toward the area. At first, it seems like nothing more than a storm. But as conditions rapidly worsen, it becomes clear that something much more dangerous is approaching. A tornado is heading directly toward the event. Panic quickly spreads. Guests who had been enjoying themselves moments earlier suddenly find themselves searching for safety. The atmosphere shifts from glamour to chaos almost instantly. As the tornado closes in, everyone realizes that survival has become the only priority. The powerful storm strikes with incredible force. Windows shake. Structures begin to suffer damage. People become separated from friends and family members. Communication becomes difficult. Fear spreads throughout the crowd as the full impact of the disaster becomes impossible to ignore. One of the most dramatic moments occurs inside the country club. A massive chandelier crashes down during the chaos. The shocking incident leaves everyone wondering whether someone has been seriously injured. The danger is very real. No one knows who might be trapped, hurt, or unable to escape. The uncertainty creates intense suspense as viewers watch characters struggle to make it through the disaster. While some characters battle the storm itself, others find themselves trapped in situations they never expected. Among them are Danny Dupree and her former husband, Bill Hamilton. The two become stuck together inside an elevator. Under normal circumstances, sharing a confined space with an ex-spouse would be uncomfortable enough. But during a tornado, emotions become even more intense. With no easy way out and danger surrounding them, old feelings and unresolved issues begin resurfacing. The situation forces Danny and Bill to confront their complicated history. Years of emotional baggage suddenly feel impossible to avoid. At the same time, concern grows regarding Bill's condition. There are hints that he may experience a medical emergency during the crisis. If that happens, Danny could be forced to make critical decisions while dealing with her own fears and emotions. The pressure continues building with every passing moment. Meanwhile, another unexpected story develops during the disaster. Kyle Abbott and Haley Hamilton find themselves isolated together as the tornado creates widespread confusion. Separated from others and facing a frightening situation, the two begin relying on one another for support. Sometimes extraordinary circumstances create unexpected connections. That appears to be exactly what happens here. As they spend time together, emotional walls begin to come down. The experience creates a sense of vulnerability neither expected. Then comes a surprising moment that could have major consequences moving forward. Kyle and Haley share a passionate kiss. The unexpected romantic encounter leaves viewers with plenty of questions. Was the kiss simply an emotional reaction to a life-threatening situation? Or could it mark the beginning of something much more significant? According to early previews, Haley views Kyle as someone who helped save her life during the disaster. Her gratitude appears to play a major role in the emotional moment they share. Still, feelings created during moments of crisis often become complicated once reality returns. The aftermath of the tornado may reveal consequences neither character anticipated. As rescue efforts begin and survivors attempt to process everything that happened, relationships across both shows will be affected. Some bonds may grow stronger. Others may be permanently damaged. New alliances could emerge while old rivalries become even more intense. What makes this crossover especially exciting is that the story does not end once the storm passes. In fact, the tornado may only be the beginning. The emotional and personal fallout from the disaster is expected to continue long after characters return to their normal lives. Choices made during the crisis could change futures. Secrets exposed during the chaos may be impossible to hide. Unexpected romantic developments could create fresh conflicts. And for some characters, the storm may force them to re-evaluate everything they thought they knew about themselves and the people around them. As anticipation continues building, fans are preparing for a crossover event that promises action, emotion, romance, and shocking surprises. With powerful families, dangerous weather, life-changing decisions, and dramatic relationship twists all coming together at once, the upcoming episodes are positioned to deliver unforgettable television. And if early previews are any indication, the tornado may leave behind far more than physical destruction. It may leave behind emotional scars that continue affecting both worlds for months to come. As if the relationship drama and crossover chaos were not enough, another powerful storyline is about to take center stage in Genoa City. For the Newman family, the situation has become increasingly alarming. What started as concern has now evolved into fear. And at the center of that fear is Nick Newman. Over the past several weeks, Nick has found himself battling a personal crisis that continues to spiral out of control. The people closest to him have watched with growing concern as his struggles have become impossible to ignore. Now, the family believes the situation has reached a breaking point. Victor Newman has spent most of his life solving problems and protecting the people he loves. Whether facing business rivals, family conflicts, or personal tragedies, he has always been willing to take action when necessary. This time is no different. Victor is preparing to take a major step in an effort to save his son. The intervention he has planned may become one of the most emotional family moments viewers have seen in a long time. Nick's repeated overdoses have left everyone shaken. The possibility of losing him is no longer a distant fear. It feels frighteningly real. For Victor, standing by and hoping things improve is no longer an option. He believes immediate action is necessary. The intervention is expected to bring together family members who desperately want Nick to recognize the seriousness of his situation before it is too late. The challenge, however, is convincing Nick to accept help. Anyone who has followed Nick's journey knows he is fiercely independent. He often prefers handling problems on his own rather than relying on others. That trait has served him well throughout many difficult situations. But this crisis may require a different approach. Victor's hope is that rehabilitation can provide the support and structure Nick needs to begin rebuilding his life. The road ahead will not be easy. Recovery rarely follows a straight path. There are setbacks. There are moments of doubt. And there are emotional battles that can feel overwhelming. Even so, the Newman family is determined to stand beside Nick throughout the process. Their support may become one of the most important factors in his recovery. While Nick faces his personal struggle, another mystery continues unfolding nearby. Questions surrounding Matt Clark remain impossible to ignore. Many residents of Genoa City are beginning to wonder whether Matt's apparent memory loss is truly genuine. Among those asking difficult questions is Sharon Newman. Sharon has always trusted her instincts. When something feels wrong, she rarely ignores it. Recently, she has noticed several details that make her suspicious. Matt's behavior has changed. His reactions seem different. And certain moments suggest there may be more happening beneath the surface than anyone realizes. The situation becomes even more complicated because Matt has experienced flashes of memory connected to his past. These moments raise a critical question. Is Matt actually recovering memories he supposedly lost? Or has he remembered far more than he is willing to admit? If Sharon's suspicions prove correct, the consequences could be enormous. People have been making decisions based on the belief that Matt does not remember his past actions. That belief has influenced relationships, trust, and second chances. If it turns out that Matt has been hiding the truth, many of those relationships could collapse instantly. Sharon appears determined to uncover the answers. Whether Matt is innocent or deceptive, she wants the truth. And she is unlikely to stop asking questions until she finds it. Meanwhile, another emotional conversation is about to unfold between Adam Newman and Sally Spectra. Their relationship history remains one of the most complicated stories in recent memory. At one point, many believed they had a future together. Their connection was powerful. Their chemistry was undeniable. And despite numerous obstacles, they continued finding their way back to one another. Then tragedy changed everything. The loss of their daughter left emotional wounds that neither has completely healed from. Even now, the pain remains close to the surface. That is why Sally's current pregnancy creates such complicated emotions. Although she is building a future with Billy Abbott, Adam cannot completely separate himself from the memories they once shared. Every new development serves as a reminder of what they lost together. The upcoming confrontation between Adam and Sally is expected to explore those emotions in greater depth. Neither can erase the past. Neither can pretend those experiences never happened. As they discuss Sally's pregnancy and her future plans, old feelings may resurface. Some of those feelings could be painful. Others may be surprisingly difficult to ignore. The conversation may also create new challenges for their current relationships. Billy and Sally are trying to move forward together. Chelsea and Adam are attempting to build stability in their own relationship. Yet emotional history has a way of complicating even the strongest plans. What begins as a simple discussion could eventually have ripple effects far beyond the two people involved. Looking beyond these immediate storylines, June promises major developments across Genoa City. Several familiar faces are preparing for dramatic returns. Long-standing rivalries are about to intensify. And unexpected alliances may emerge when people least expect them. One of the biggest stories involves Billy Abbott. Despite previous promises to move on from certain ambitions, circumstances may tempt him back into old patterns. New information could present an opportunity that is simply too difficult for Billy to resist. As a result, fresh conflict appears inevitable. Business rivalries are expected to escalate. Personal relationships may become strained. And decisions made in pursuit of success could carry significant consequences. Elsewhere, Audra Charles faces growing pressure from multiple directions. Professional challenges, personal secrets, and complicated relationships continue surrounding her. As more individuals learn about events connected to her past, maintaining control becomes increasingly difficult. Audra has never been someone who backs away from conflict. However, the obstacles ahead may test even her confidence. Family dynamics will also play a major role throughout the month. Returning characters are expected to reconnect with loved ones, revisit unfinished business, and become involved in new storylines that could reshape future events. These reunions may provide moments of happiness. They may also reopen old wounds. In Genoa City, the two often go hand in hand. Another source of concern centers on Noah Newman. Health-related developments may place her at the center of an emotional storyline that affects the entire Newman family. For Victor, watching Nikki face serious challenges could become one of the most difficult experiences of his life. Their relationship has survived countless obstacles over the years. Yet certain situations remind everyone just how fragile life can be. The possibility of medical complications creates uncertainty and fear throughout the family. At the same time, it may also bring people closer together. When loved ones face difficult circumstances, priorities often become clearer. Relationships are reassessed. Old conflicts seem less important. And families discover strengths they did not realize they possessed. As June continues unfolding, viewers can expect powerful emotional moments, shocking revelations, romantic complications, family struggles, and dramatic confrontations. Every major family in Genoa City appears poised for significant change. Some characters will fight for redemption. Others will search for forgiveness. A few may discover that the choices they make now will affect their futures for years to come. Whether it is Nick's battle for recovery, Matt's uncertain redemption story, Sharon's search for answers, Adam and Sally's emotional confrontation, or the growing tensions surrounding the Newman and Abbott families, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The coming weeks are set to deliver some of the biggest and most emotional storylines of the year. And for fans of The Young and the Restless, the drama is only just beginning.